Episode 1. The City of Keys, Power Beneath the Papal Throne. Before the vaults, before the secrets, before the scandals, there was only a city built not on stone but on power, spiritual, political, and eternal. This is where the story of the Vatican truly begins. Rome once bowed to emperors, but when the empire fell, a new ruler rose from the ashes, not with armies, but with keys. The papacy claimed divine authority, and in doing so stepped into a vacuum of power. By the Middle Ages, the Pope was more than a religious figure. He was a monarch, a diplomat, a kingmaker, and sometimes a kingbreaker. Power needs protection. And so the Vatican began storing everything: papal letters, state secrets, political deals, heresy trials, even the confessions of kings. Over centuries, these records grew into one of the largest historical collections on earth, not for the world to read, but for the Church to control. While monarchs lost their empires and armies lost their wars, the Vatican kept what mattered most: information. In a world where knowledge meant power, the Church became the most informed institution on earth. Some documents protected faith, others protected popes, and some, according to rumor, protected no one. The Vatican did not just store history, it shaped it. Through councils, decrees, and censorship, the Church decided which stories survived and which were silenced. And in the shadows of this power, scandals began to grow. Medieval Rome was no holy sanctuary. It was the center of intrigue, seduction, corruption, and violence. Popes had armies. Popes had enemies, and some popes had blood on their hands. These stories, too, found their way into the archives, locked behind walls more guarded than any treasury. As the archives grew, so did the myths. People spoke of hidden vaults, forbidden gospels, lost prophecies, and documents that could shake the foundations of the Church. Some of these stories were exaggerations. Others, they came from whispers of real, restricted rooms deep beneath Vatican soil. By the Renaissance, the Vatican was not just a religious force, it was a geopolitical empire. The Pope ruled land, commanded wealth, and made decisions that shaped continents. In this era, the archives became more than storage. They became a weapon, knowledge that could destroy a rival or rewrite a nation. Behind these doors lies 1,000 years of secrets, some historical, some scandalous, some never meant for any eyes but the Pope's. In the next episode, we step inside, separating fact from legend and myth from the truth the Church tried to bury. Coming soon. Episode 2. The Secret Archives, Facts vs. Myths, History, Power, Truth.